You know, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
Most fighters who managed to beat Canelo Alvarez while earning the biggest win and payday of their careers would likely spend the next year celebrating. Many would buy luxury homes, expensive yachts, and disappear on a long vacation to enjoy the rewards. But Terence Crawford operates differently from almost everyone else in boxing. At 38 years old, an age where many fighters start thinking about retirement or taking safer money fights, Crawford is already looking for another serious test. His latest target has stunned the boxing community. Rather than pursuing a celebrity-style matchup for a massive paycheck, he has set his sights on one of the most dangerous fighters at 160 pounds. Some fans even believe this opponent could be more complete than Canelo himself. The entire situation began after a strange moment that was labeled an accident, although very few people in boxing actually believe it happened by chance.
There's Bud Crawford, if you don't, BO convention out there at Bogota, Colombia.
I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, celebrating the WBO's 38-year convention.
You know what? Put a pin in that. The WBO convention. Who's the middleweight WBO champion? Janibek. Let me just stop you guys from even thinking about it. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF champion. Now, Terence Bud Crawford is at the damn convention.
Only a few weeks after defeating Canelo, Terence Crawford traveled to Bogota, Colombia to attend the 2025 WBO convention. Like many high-profile athletes, he documented parts of the trip and uploaded them to his Instagram story. During one clip, Crawford slowly moved his phone across a massive digital screen that featured various WBO champions in action. The display first focused on Crawford, recognizing him as the undefeated super middleweight champion. But seconds later, the screen briefly switched to another fighter, showing Canuli holding the WBO and IBF welterweight titles. Almost immediately, Crawford moved the camera away, making it appear as though he had accidentally filmed something that was not supposed to be revealed.
Slipped up bull jiving and leaked some shit. Bull jiving. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. Terence Crawford, for you to film that by accident, just trying to show your face, and then Janibek show you trying to turn quick. Brother, you blew it. Link.
The camera moved away so quickly that the moment almost seemed comical, but the clip immediately caught people's attention because of how unusual it looked. Boxing fans across the internet instantly began reacting, with many asking the same question. Had Crawford just revealed his next opponent by mistake? To many viewers, it did not feel like a simple accident because the timing and detail of the clip appeared far too specific to be completely random. But that unexpected moment created buzz. His expression looked intense and fully serious. Someone standing next to him spoke toward the camera and said, "Hey Janibek, we're here looking for you, searching for the 6th of December. What are you going to do now?" After that, Crawford stepped closer, kept his eyes locked forward, and delivered a statement that confirmed what many people had already started to suspect.
We're here next, looking for you, looking for December 6th. How are you gonna do it?
I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck.
The message was clearly aimed at the public, and in modern boxing, reaction spread. The other side did not ignore it. As the video gained attention online, Janibek responded in a very calm and simple way. He reposted the clip on social media and added a short caption that read, "No problem." Then he shared it once again. Not long after the original call-out surfaced, another post appeared online. This time it was only a picture accompanied by the words, "Thank you, bro." As excitement around the potential fight quickly intensified.
Terence Bud Crawford accidentally leaked him versus Janibek. Now, we all know that Janibek has a fight coming up, I think in December against Lara. That's a hard fight. And that is going to be for unification because Lara is the WBA champion. So you got the WBO title, IBF title, and the WBA title all on the damn line. I'm pretty sure Terence Bud Crawford, with this leak, is looking forward to fighting the winner. And I think the WBO is leaning towards Janibek because that's their champion. It all makes sense to me. I think I got Lara winning that fight. But if he doesn't, I get it. Janibek, he's a tough cookie, undefeated, right? The Southpaw. I think they both Southpaws. Well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. But Terence Bud Crawford in line to fight them. You know he fights once a year, all right? So he's going to let them hash it out in December, and he's going to go ahead and fight 2020. So it is leaked. It's leaked.
Now the pound champions. Casual viewers may not be very familiar with Janibek Alimkhanuly. He is not a major pay-per-view attraction, and he does not carry the same mainstream fame as fighters like Canelo or Spence. However, among serious boxing fans, the story is very different. Janibek, widely known for his Kazakh style, has built a reputation as one of the most avoided and dangerous fighters in the sport. People who closely follow boxing understand exactly how difficult and risky he is inside the ring.
News, hold up, boxing fans. The middleweight division just got spicy. Janibek Alimkhanuly, the IBF and WBO champ, is calling out Terence Crawford. Yeah, you heard that right. Crawford's fresh off his win against Canelo, but Janibek's not impressed. He's ready to rumble if Crawford drops to 160. But here's the tea. Experts are saying this might be Crawford's toughest fight yet. Janibek's young, he's hungry, and he hits like a truck. Crawford's got options, but they're all...
He is an intimidating southpaw from Kazakhstan who remains undefeated with 17 victories and 0 defeats, including 12 devastating knockouts. Holding both the WBO and IBF middleweight championships, he has earned a reputation for doing far more than simply winning fights. Inside the ring, he breaks opponents down piece by piece and leaves little room for resistance. Across boxing communities, especially on Reddit forums and among longtime analysts, one description continues to appear whenever his name is mentioned. Many simply call him a monster.
Love me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, Southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't got to know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power, size, IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now.
To clear up any misunderstanding, Janibek is not intimidated at all. He is that Crawford would have to wait his tone as he planned to defeat him, then move on to other top names and collect more world titles along the way. He also added that Crawford could prepare for their clash at whatever pace he needed. This is not being treated as a simple payday fight or an easy matchup. Many observers were initially surprised about why a pound-for-pound star like Bud would target such a dangerous but less publicly known champion. However, as the situation develops, a clearer picture starts to form, and the deeper strategy behind the matchup begins to make sense. It feels more like a calculated chess move rather than a random call-out. Everything seemed to connect back to the date mentioned earlier, December 6th. On that night, a major crossover event is expected to take place, where Janibek Alimkhanuly is scheduled to face Ari Londola, the current WBA middleweight champion. This becomes the key piece of the puzzle. With that fight, 3 of the 4 major middleweight titles could be unified, including the IBF, WBO, and WBA belts, all being contested in one major event.
Crawford is going for 4-time undisputed. That is diabolical. That is unheard. 3-time undisputed is ridiculous, okay, for the men. But 4-time undisputed is just damn unheard of. The closest thing to that, and I'm talking about 4-time undisputed in 4 different weight classes. The closest thing to that would have to be, I would think, Manny Pacquiao being lineal champion in 5 divisions. And lineal and undisputed is kind of the same thing. I mean, as far as undisputed is collected on, lineal is the man who beat the man who beat the man. Many times, if you're undisputed, you beat the man, right? So, okay, how about this? Terence Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, he beat the lineal champion who happens to be undisputed. The difference is when you collect all the titles, right? Like he did at 140. When you're collecting the titles, that's a bit different because now you're not just fighting the lineal champion, but you're fighting the top guys. Terence Bud Crawford doing that is honestly more diabolical than even Manny Pacquiao.
Crawford's long-term strategy is now becoming clear. The idea is that he would allow Janibek and Lara to fight each other first, then step in afterward to face the winner with the intention of capturing all 3 belts in one move. If that scenario unfolds, only one major name would still stand in his way: Carlos Adams, the current WBC champion. From this angle, Crawford isn't just chasing another title or another big payday. His ambition goes far beyond that. He is reportedly targeting something historic: becoming the first fighter in boxing history, male or female, to completely unify all 4 major belts. It's a mission focused on total dominance, aiming to create a legacy that feels permanent, undeniable, and impossible to erase from the sport's history.
60 to go 168, meaning that this guy I think he beats the winner between Lara and Janibek. And the next champion, the WBC champion, is Carlos Adames. And I think the toughest bout for Bud Crawford would be the winner between Lara and Janibek. He fights Carlos Adames. To me, I think that's an easier, no disrespect to Carlos Adames, but I think that's an easier win for.
While the plan may appear calculated on the surface, many are starting to see it as extremely risky. Some boxing experts have already begun sounding the alarm, pointing out that this is far from a guaranteed route to success. In fact, several analysts argue it could turn into more of a trap than a perfect strategy. Well-known trainer Andre Rogie was recently asked about the possible matchup. Rogie, who has worked with multiple world champions, gave a straightforward warning. He suggested that Janibek would not be an easy puzzle for Crawford to solve, unlike what some believe happened in the fight against Canelo Alvarez. And that alone changes the entire discussion. Take that in.
See any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek, because he's had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. Not fighting enough. You gotta on those skills. I love how he fights. He's big, he's strong, he's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fighter? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of those other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
Now, the same fighter who shocked the world by defeating elite opponents in higher weight divisions is being told that his next challenge should be even more dangerous. Andre Rogie has already cautioned that Janibek may pose a serious threat. Janibek is a natural middleweight at 160 pounds and is currently considered to be in his prime. His sharp, powerful southpaw style can cause problems to almost anyone, even the most experienced champions. Many believe this is not just another step forward for Crawford. It could actually become the most dangerous fight of his career. That on paper, it looks like a true 50-50 clash against a fighter many others have actively avoided. That raises an obvious question. Why take the risk at all? Why put everything on the line in a fight that doesn't offer the biggest financial reward, especially when Crawford already holds a perfect record, pound-for-pound recognition, and a strong legacy? The answer seems to connect back to Crawford's own mindset. Over time, he has often expressed that he feels underestimated within the sport, and he has said it himself in different ways.
I'm never really going to get my full respect until afterwards. Yes, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative, like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. We really didn't realize it until now, when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the number 1 guy that's the face of boxing. And the way that I handled that, people like, oh man, something had to be wrong. Canelo had to be washed, or Canelo just wasn't in it. I see people saying, oh, Turkey paid for Canelo to lose, so I just think, when you that much better than the competition, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude.
Many fans and critics continue to argue that fighters who lose to him are quickly written off and no longer seen the same way afterward. Even after the victory over Canelo, the discussion has not really settled that eye in that fight. Canelo was thoroughly outclassed from start to finish, leaving little doubt about who controlled the action. The result only added more fuel to the ongoing debate surrounding Crawford's dominance and the level of opposition he has been dismantling.